Whenever I'm asked to give my testimony, I like to really understand what I'm being asked, and I like to share that first. So this is from the last time I gave my testimony. I looked at Revelation 12:11, which says, "We overcome our enemy by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of our testimony." And so you quickly realize the importance of our testimony. Paul, in Acts, gives a clear example of what a testimony looks like when he defended himself before King Agrippa in Acts 26. He chronicles the pivotal places in his pre-Christian life and told of the miraculous appearing of Jesus Christ. My favorite verse in Acts 26 is when Paul asks, "Who are you, Lord?" And so when I was asked to give my testimony, that's what I asked myself: who are you, Lord? And I hope that, and just chronicling through my life, I try to point out the pivotal places and the places that I was able to answer, "I know who you are, Lord." So that's starting back at the very beginning. That's me. And that's in Papua New Guinea. I was born in Papua New Guinea. My parents are missionaries there. Spent my childhood there, running around with the native people. Absolutely loved it. I went wild. And to be honest with you, I don't remember school whatsoever. I just remember running around and playing with my friends, and I don't even remember my parents, honestly. But like many of you, I grew up in a Christian family, grew up going to church, hearing the gospel, that I'm a sinner, that Jesus came, he died, he rose, and that now I can be forgiven, and have a relationship with God. I got in trouble a lot, but on one particular occasion, I remember getting in trouble and realizing that I was wrong. And this was young, I was 8 years old. And I remember feeling sinful. I remember feeling the guilt and the shame. And that was really the day. It's quite vivid, but I remember really understanding the gospel that day. And that day, that's when I accepted Christ to come in and forgive me. In 1997, I returned to the USA. We moved to Michigan. I graduated high school in 2004, and I went to what was Philadelphia Biblical University. Now is Cairn University. Graduated in 2008. And then after college, I didn't know what to do. I was living at home, and my parents were kind of like, "All right, get out of here. Do something with your life, Sky." So my friend was going to Korea, so I went to Korea, and I taught English. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. It was really difficult being away from family and friends, and even America. But I worked with a really great Christian guy from Canada, and we spurred each other on in our faith. And I came back, and I felt really encouraged in the Lord. And I knew I wanted to be a teacher after that. I didn't know when, I didn't know how long it was going to take, but I knew I wanted to be a teacher. So I spent some years toiling under the sun. It was heavy. And then quit my job, decided that this toiling was really a burden on my spiritual relationship with the Lord. So I decided to quit my job, and I went to Kenya, and I did an internship there for a summer. And there I really felt God in Kenya. I felt his life-giving hand, and he really awakened a heart that was really stone cold. And since then, I've really begun to hold even more firmly onto the gospel. God has over and over and over again, since I was 8 years old, captured and recaptured my heart and my mind. I was reading the Gospel of John and came across John chapter 4. He says, his disciple urged him, "Rabbi, eat something." He said, "I have food to eat that you know nothing about. My food is to do the will of him who sent me and to finish his work." And that made me think of, Christ's love for me, for you, never changes. I get hungry and thirsty, but Jesus he truly is life. He is water everlasting. He is my sustenance. And I want to live off of the will of God. Not because I love him first, but because he loved me first. He continually pursues me. And that's where my notes end. So how I got here, I went to graduate school. Got married. It's my wife, Ashley. And I graduated this summer. And I was looking for jobs. I really had no connections to Phil-Mont. I knew Mr. McQueen a little bit. But this was really a shot in the dark. And I really felt like God opened up the opportunity for me. Walked in, I think God put the people in the interview room so that it all worked out. And I've really enjoyed being here. And my relationship with the Lord, I've continually felt challenged since I've been here. And thankful that I'm here. So, thank you.